Some brief words today on a film titled The Last Case of August T. Harrison, inspired by the works of Lovecraft, taking place in a reality wherein Lovecraft lived and died. Ours, I suppose, a weirder version of ours, wherein Lovecraft himself had some sort of connection to some, well, I'm about to say supernatural, but I suppose it's not really supernatural in the context of the Lovecraft mythos. It's more of a secrets of the old world that science has attempted to brush over as superstition. Again, the old Nigel Neal thing of the scientific reality is stranger than we ever could have imagined, and what our senses would hope would never not to be the case. Director Ansel Faraj, writer and director Ansel Faraj, he's directed a few features. A couple of them were retellings of the older Dr. Mabusyan, which also starred this film's the August T. Harrison characters portrayed by Jerry Lacey. Jerry Lacey is known for appearing in the old 1970s show Dark Shadows, which there was a film in 2012 directed by Tim Burton, which was titled Dark Shadows, apparently a remake of that program. The film is a very unusual aesthetic. Its lower production values and I guess you would say less professional cameras utilized, and the less polished VFX, it gives it a strange, distinct aura compared to other films around it, at least other films attempting an ambitious genre trapping like it does. It lends it an unrealness and a certain uncanny affect, which is... It suits Lovecraft, certainly, although, unfortunately, I'm not someone to normally harp on about this, although when you are world building, I'm not normally someone who decries poor acting. I mean, especially because a lot of what I watch is exploitation trash, and if there's a poor performance in that, it doesn't really take away from the appeal of some of these films. By say a Dario Argento, that's not exploitation trash, but you know what I mean. Giallo films, and a lot of these films I'm watching subtitled anyway, so a poor performance in another language isn't going to bother me necessarily, in a language other than English. I'm not bilingual, as it were, yet. Yeah, the amateur acting in this production can really throw one off, unfortunately. I wouldn't blame one for not being able to get into the production, because the performances can be quite poor. Jerry Lacey's is not, just to be clear. He's quite good, I think. But overall, I admire the production, I admire the imagination. I think the execution is imperfect, although I can see what it's going for, and yeah, I can see what it's going for. I think that's enough of it made me glad to watch the film, and seeing what it was going for, I appreciated that, and despite the execution being a bit off, I admired the audacity